going to reiterate that this channel is not for tutorials at all and is more for me to rant to myself. Today, I wanted to talk about eyeshadow palettes that I thirst for. The first one being Ace Beauté's Oceanic Eyeshadow Palette. It is mainly greens, and you're gonna see that that's going to occur very often. I have an obsession with greens and blues, but at the same time I do not know how to use greens and blues properly. The reason why I like this in particular is that I feel like with a lot of Ace Beauté's palettes too, I can use every single shade in here and like it or make it work somehow for me. I don't think there's a single shade that I wouldn't much care for. Maybe like Bali. I don't think I would use that too often, or Fiji. I'm not into like aquamarines or like pale kind of pastel blues, but they're still really pretty and I feel like they could work regardless of that. That's just me being very, very particular, but I would still use them. The only problem is the price is like $38 and I can't do that right now. The next one, also from Ace Beauté, is the Flare Eyeshadow Palette. This is legitimately one of the first eyeshadow palettes that I've ever seen where I thought I could use every single shade in here and love it. Freaking the shade Moss and Sherbet are amazing. Like, they look so cool. Forest Pine looks like a really stunning teal, greenish color. I'm not sure if it's like a dark green or if it's a teal. It might be like one of those ones that are just bordering, where you can't really tell. It like depends on what you put it next to. But every single one. Cider, Hazelnut. I love the fact that Acorn is like a purpley brown and not just like a regular brown. Mulberry is absolutely stunning. I love it. Aubergine, also amazing. Even the shimmers in there, like Bayberry, looks gorgeous. It looks like a blue that I would love to work with. Once again though, all of their base prices are $40, that's not including shipping, so they're a little bit up there in price for me. I can't afford any of that kind of stuff, and it really depends on like my priorities. Like when it comes to wants and needs and whatnot, my wants list, I have lots of hobbies, and one of the things I want to do right now is like fix my computer a little bit more to work on my other hobby, which is art and video making. I love making videos, so I want to have a machine that can run the Adobe suite without combusting into flames. Mine doesn't, it works just fine. I'm using Audition right now, but it's just that kind of thing where you have to prioritize your wants, and eyeshadow is one of the ones that's kind of close to the bottom. Even so, another eyeshadow palette I want is Ace Beauté's Paradise Fallen. A lot of these eyeshadow palettes that I like are monochromatic. I don't know why, I just really like the look of monochromatic eyeshadows. This one in particular has a lot of purples. Like the whole bottom row is just purples and like a black. That might not be... yeah, and a black. So I wouldn't really use the black, I don't think. I don't like using black to shade, but all of these colors are very dark, so I think using that shade to blend out or to darken them would actually make sense. Sometimes it might just make the shade look muddier, but I think in this case, it really does work. It's just a super gorgeous, like, dark, edgy purple palette, and then it also has great, it almost reminds me of the Ace flag, which makes me love it even more. The next eyeshadow palette is from a different brand by Menagerie Cosmetics. I suddenly cannot speak. And it is the Feral Eyeshadow Palette. Also has only 3 greens. Actually, technically 4, I guess. Night Eyes is actually, it's more of like a yellow-green, maybe. I can't really tell. But another one of those things where I could use every single shade and I wouldn't be mad. I think particularly Ivy is one of my favorites. Huachera? I think that's how you say it.
Heuchera.
Pack Leader, even Alpha is just really super pretty. And Wolfling. I think Wolfling is stunning too. I think this is a great, like, woodsy palette. With enough variety for you to do plenty of great looks. The next one, which is sadly getting discontinued, is the Dragon Child palette, but it's not really high on my list. There are a few shades in there that I don't think are necessary or are too close in color. I'm not sure if she's gonna have these as singles as well, because all of her eyeshadow palettes are going to be magnetic, which is awesome. But I think I mainly wanted it for the greens and for some of the purples. There's like this rusty brownish color too that's really pretty, but it's not like a big one for me. I still just really wanted it because I think it would work well with the Feral eyeshadow palette. Like I would switch out some of the greens in the Dragon Child palette and move it over to the I can't speak it. I would move some of the greens over from the Dragon Child palette over to the Feral eyeshadow palette. The next one is, and this one's really, really dumb. This is like a huge want, and it's probably on the bottom of my list of all of these, is the I Heart Revolution, which is just Makeup Revolutions, Donut eyeshadow palette. In like the pink one, Raspberry Icing. It's just a bunch of pinks, but the packaging is so cute. I saw it in person and I'm like, oh, look at the little donut. I thought it was a bath bomb or something for a second, but no. It's an eyeshadow palette and it's so freaking cute. It's adorable. I have a problem. I know this is so dumb. I know people get really tired of cutesy packaging, but this one in particular just got me. I love donuts. What can I say? The next one, and this whole brand has me thirsting very badly. I hate that word, thirst. ColourPop's It's My Pleasure palette is one of their monochromatic eyeshadow palettes, and it is a bunch of purples, with I think one non-purple color, which is number 7, Mr. Sandman. But I think it has like a reflect that's kind of matching everything else. Actually, Pretty Cruel also isn't really a purpley kind of color. The only color in there that I don't like really that much is Kitten Fish, which is like this lilac-y color. I would prefer it to be like an actual lavender, so more blue-based rather than red-based. I think it would make more sense and it would go really well with some of those like darker purple shimmers. But that's, once again, just another nitpick. It's only, right now it's on sale for $9.60. I want it. I'm not gonna get it yet. Someday, as long as it's still here, I will, but I can't get it right now. The Just My Luck palette, please do not be limited edition because I love it so much. I like the fact that they got really, really dark with Mobamba, like a super nice tropical green color. The only color I don't like in that is, what is it? Mary Jane, which is like a gold green. It's honestly just like a true yellow shimmer. And I'm not a fan of like golds because I have way too many and they're just kind of, for something like this, I would have gone with a really nice light green or even olive. Actually, they already kind of have an olive shimmer, but a lighter green shimmer I think would have worked a lot better. Like turning Chances Are, the first shade, into a shimmer would have probably looked a little bit nicer. Or even have it like an iridescent white with like a green so you could use it as like a highlight or something. Would be really pretty. The next one is Blue Moon, also from ColourPop, another one of their monochrome palettes. I can't work with blues that well, I just don't do a great job. Also, I already have a NYX palette that has a bunch of blues in them and I barely use them, even though they're really pretty, but I just want it really bad. I think it's mainly the color Lumi that has me, because it's like one of those iridescent, like, it's just white with like blue, and I don't know why, I just love those shades. Same with Clued In, really super pretty. I actually really like Billie Jean too. Mad About You, like all of them are very nice. I would say my least favorite in that bunch is probably either Moonlight or Dabadi, which I really like the name of, just because they're kind of boring. I don't know how to explain why I don't care for those much, but still really pretty, only $12, so and I've swatched ColourPop. I haven't had a ColourPop palette yet, but they look really good, formula wise. For $12, apparently they're super great. The Jelly Mutt shadows also has me very worried because they all look great. I wanted to get Hallucinogenius, which is described as icy lavender with a blue opal duochrome flip. It just, I have a problem with like blues and greens, I really do. And the one that everyone's kind of going gaga over right now, and I totally get it because I really super want it, is Late Bloomer. This one looks so stunning. It's this gorgeous like plum with blue, and it's like brown at the same time. It's so nice. I want it so bad. Same with Big Ego. Just looks really, really gorgeous. And one of the last ones is the Tribe palette by Juvia's Place, which they keep selling it in like limited edition kind of things. And right now it's on, everything that I want is on sale right now. It's on sale for $14. It's a little row of like greens slash teals. There's like a very light green, almost chartreuse. An orange color. A kind of diarrhea brown. It's just really pretty though. Like the style of this palette is just really super cool. I could see someone doing really great looks with this. And I really, really like it. The only shade that I don't care for is Koro. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. But that's the only shade, just because it's a little bit boring compared to everything else. I would have gone with either another kind of green color, maybe an olive, or even like a brown, like another brown to go along with Ashanti, which I'm hoping once again I'm pronouncing correctly. I can't be 100% sure. Sorry about that if I am not. The rest of the shades though, Curla, super pretty. San, really pretty. Tootsie, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, Tootsie, also, I really wish people didn't make, like, limited edition green palettes too often. I'm glad to see that more people are making general collection eyeshadow palettes that have, like, greens and blues, because back in the day it was like, here's an eyeshadow palette with one green and one teal, and it's sold out, and you're never getting it again. Like Melt Cosmetics, Gemini, and what's the weed one? The 420 Blaze It eyeshadow palette. That one also really wanted, but for the price and the fact that people were having their eyeshadows fall out, I just didn't really care for it. But that's all from me. Thank you for listening to my rant. Ciao!